The video for April 26, 2017 is called Living in a World Gone Mad. As my Facebook friends were told earlier, Aristo's computer is still not ready for him to record a new video with me. Therefore, on a very busy day, I am recording one alone. Some days are like this one when things are not going as expected. For me, the world is a lot like that. Nothing is unfolding as I envisioned throughout my life. It seems as if I am witnessing and living in an insane asylum. Everything seems backwards, inside out and upside down. The same subject dominates my thoughts, good and evil. As I've said before, evil is lived backwards. It's obvious to me that we got it wrong. The question is, can we ever get it right? I'd like to think we will, but the realist in me does not think that can happen with the same mentality and consciousness humanity has displayed so far. To fix the world gone mad, we need a major corrective of some sort. I still hope that happens in my lifetime and that I will get to play a part. Indeed, I'm developing a wider circle of friends. I just came from an extended lunch brunch, or whatever you want to call it, with friends from the Bruno Groening circle of friends. And what an uplifting group of people this is, although several of them at least emphasize that we should not pay any attention to the negative stuff, what we consider negative. We've got to separate the negative from the positive and focus only on the positive. Give Bruno our negativity and live with a positive mental attitude. To me, as much as I appreciate the circle of friends, as much as I appreciate the life of Bruno Groening and what he exemplified in his life, as others have too, but he certainly exemplifies it. The world was so mad that he was being prevented from healing people because they said he was practicing medicine without a license, yet he didn't charge anything. He was doing it as an act of love, but it threatened the status quo. The status quo is the world gone mad. People that think that it's all about money, it's all about gaining wealth. Well, it is about gaining wealth, but the way we've been taught to measure wealth is criminally insane. Pieces of paper with numbers written on them does not represent wealth, and truthfully, neither do minerals, and whether they're gold and silver or platinum or whatever. These do not represent real wealth. Real wealth is in us. It's innate within us, but we've been programmed to disregard it, to not see it, to fight it when we do see it. And the result is the world gone mad that we live in, where the people who seem least willing to be loving are the ones that seem to be the bosses. They seem to be the controllers. That is the status quo. And as I've said so many times, the status quo has to go if we are to have a world and a life that is absolutely and actually meaningful, full of meaning. And meaning, I mean positive meaning. Again, I'm separating negative and positive, but it's the experience. The experience is one experience. Whether you want to segment it or not, it's one experience, and some things seem negative. We talked about that a little bit in the meeting I just came from, and I was reminded of the story of the young man who broke his leg and said, "This is terrible." And the father says, "Well, maybe it is, and maybe it isn't." The next day, the army, the military came and tried to conscript him or draft him into the military service to take him off to some war. And because he had a broken leg, he didn't have to go, because they didn't want somebody with a broken leg, obviously. So is it evil or is it good? Whatever label we want to put on it, it appears to be insane. As I said, it appears I am living and we are living in an insane asylum. I'd like to think that it's changing. I have friends that believe that Donald Trump was the answer. I have other friends that realize that it doesn't matter which party we put in the United States, it's still the same moneyed interests, the insane ones, the crazies that run everything. It's a demonically possessed planet. How do we change it? Bruno says, let him take the negativity. Some say that's why he had his neck was all puffed up. Some people called him insane, but he, to me, set a pattern that I'd like to be able to follow. I'd like to have the gifts of healing flow through me. I'd like to have the love manifest in my life that I've dreamed about and thought about and focused on since I was a little boy. I mean, this is the vision that has been the driving force. And because I'm still alive, even though I had some life-threatening experiences as recently as a couple of years ago, even though those things happened, I still am trying my best to maintain some sanity and some realism in my viewpoint of the world. We have to fix it, folks. The world itself cannot keep surviving the wars and the criminality that anybody with an honest and open mind can see it. I mean, the people that are in charge, the death, I read an article recently, just yesterday or today, about all of the murders committed by police. By police. We've armed people that are many times, not always, but many times psychopathic individuals. And these are the people we've put into position of arming them and allowing them to use force against others. And they've even done it to children and women, and it doesn't even matter. They've done it to other human beings that sometimes do deserve to be corrected, but nobody deserves to be abused. And police became the abusers. The politicians are the greatest liars on the planet. And they have been hoodwinked by pedophilia and other things, compromised so that they can be easily controlled. As I said, it's a world gone mad. We live on planet Earth. We could be in the stages of real change. We could be. But it's happening very slowly. And I don't think it can survive a slow transition. Something has to happen that will bring forth a transition that is relatively quick, because otherwise plans will be made to subvert the good, as has happened time and time again. Anyway, I see 10 minutes is almost up, and so I'm going to pull the string on this unexpected video and say thank you for listening and namaste.